I loved seeing in that promo, and I wish we have it in real life, is the
you
number
haven't said
17.
it. I know where you're going.
The number on the side of the door. We need that back, because those tiny, small numbers, I just can't read.
It's not it, man. And you know what bothers me about those as well is typically on most of the cars, nothing's actually replaced that spot. Like it could come back tomorrow and just look exactly the same as it does normally. And the problem was, especially when Gen 3 became a thing, the numbers became even smaller because the chassis were smaller. Well, not chassis weren't smaller, but the windows were all smaller.
Windows, you couldn't see anything.
The cars, that's how the cars are actually built. So, I think that itself could actually be a topic of conversation for a few minutes if you want. Just door numbers and driver numbers being way too small and ridiculously hard to see. And the fact that they've brought in the electronic... Yeah, here we go.
Sorry.
Courtney's already started it.
Roof numbers. Bring them back. Where the hell did they go? Where the hell did roof numbers go?
You know what? If Supercars want to develop all the NASCAR traits, they never got rid of a door number. Bring them back.
Basically, like we said with NASCAR, similar to NASCAR, some teams run multiple liveries a year, right? And you kind of lose track of who's who, especially in NASCAR anyway, because they change every week. But that's why their numbers are so huge.
Brad Jones Racing.
Yeah, so basically, it is true. I just had nothing to say after that. But because NASCAR changed livery so much, their numbers are so big and bold, you can easily identify who's who. Why we need that in Supercars? Because I can't read. And I actually saw this. Someone posted. I don't know who posted it. I think maybe Race Nuts, if you know them. If they're watching, even hello. They posted a question saying, should how Enduros, they've only got the main driver's last name on the front. Don't get me
started on this.
Right? Should they have both names? I think keep the first name, but because you can't read. If they have two names there, you can't see anything. You don't know who's who. But that goes back to the numbers. Sorry, let me finish. This goes back to the numbers. The numbers are too small. Put them back on the door panels and on the roof, and we know who's who.
Yeah. Another thing that's really bothered me about the part of the co-drivers, actually, just what else is the whole look of numbers and names. I don't know if anyone's noticed, and this is me being extremely picky, but there were two teams last year that I noticed year round that did not have the driver's last name or first name or whole name above the door. Anyone know what those two teams were? I'll give you a hint. One of them won the championship. So WAU didn't have. They had their little sponsor Loquete or something. I don't know, whatever it was, above the door,
I remember that,
where the name is meant to be. And the second team was the whole of Brad Jones Racing. They had the New Balance logo, just a little NB above the door. Like, that's just ridiculous. And I hope that somewhere in the massive rule book, that somewhere in small writing that they've put there, you need to have the last name on the bloody door. That's
well put.
That's my beef as well. Every other team did it, and I loved it. Especially when we were sitting in the media room above them, you could read it perfectly. So anyone trackside could actually read who was driving the car. And back to your point, when the Enduros are around, we went to the Ben 500 last year. I had no idea who was in the car. I know that Supercars, and before you comment, I know that the numbers of the LEDs change their color, so you know who the co-driver is. But what if you don't know who the co-driver is? Like, full stop. And like F1, I think the Supercars are trying to bring in a few more casual fans. And what if they go to a racetrack? They have no idea who's in a race car. They don't think New Balance is in a race car.
Maybe they are. Maybe someone's literally named it. But no, you make a good point. And Bryce, the Gen 3 windows are way too small to have anything on it. That's why they should have a big, giant, fat number on the door panel.
I don't understand why. Bryce has made a point. Why can't they have the numbers bigger? What year was it? I want to say 2019, 2020 maybe, where they had the numbers that were massive. It was the first year that McLaughlin wasn't here. So maybe 2021.
21. 21.
They had
Yeah,
the,
'cause 2020
the massive numbers. Wins right in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Or who thought numbers in the middle of the windscreen? By the way, the wiper
Yeah.
is there. No idea who came up with that idea.
The
but
problem
that's
is,
stupid.
it's not a bad thing because it's actually handy now, but the LED positioning thing, that's the reason why the number moved to the middle.
About that.
But do you remember...
I don't know.
You go, and then I'll tell
No,
my
I've got nothing. I got no other suggestions.
Fair enough. Do you remember back in 2020, they had the number from the left to the right? They shifted it to the right side of the car for some reason. No idea why. They only did that for 1 year. I think it was for that name or LED. No.
Yeah, because
you
it was delayed.
there was a rumor, but there was a rumor back in the day, I think 2016, they were actually going to have the driver's face on the windscreen. That was, that was a thing back in the day.
No.
But if you like big numbers, have you seen
I know,
stock car
I'm sorry, but I know how to I've thought it out. You
Here
got
we
me?
go, everyone.
If Supercars has become NASCAR, NASCAR's is perfect. They have the title sponsor, last name, done. And you know what it is? It's where the sponsors would be. Remember back in the day when everyone had Ford and Holden? That little weather strip above where the names are now? That needs to be where the driver names go.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, sponsors. Put it in.
No, you're absolutely right. Because Super 2, Alice Buckley, she tested with Matt Stone Racing, Queensland Raceway. They had her name on that banner. It was perfect.
Yep.
You know, they should do that. Absolutely. Put the name on the banner. Even GR Cup hat does that. I'm pretty sure. Because I remember Jack Perkins posting something about that.
I'm not a huge fan of the end-to-end. I love the NASCAR one. You have half the sticker, you can put Repco, because that's the title sponsor, and then the last name. In the same font, everyone has the exact same font, same colours, and then you can distinguish for the finals, like NASCAR did. They had gold ones or different coloured ones for the driver that's in the finals. I don't understand why they've not done that. I do know, because it brings in title sponsors. But I think it needs to be on that little strip above where the names are currently, so you can read it, and just have it. Also needs to look the same for everybody, like continuity. I hate having series where some cars have bigger numbers than other cars. It happens in lower class where we go.
Hang on. Are you telling me that supercars are inconsistent with everything they do? That can't be right.
No, that can't be right.
That can't be right at all. I don't know what Alex is on about. Jeez Louise.
Weird.